Oh, the things I do for you people. So I'm like in the middle of my excitement and my fun. And I said, well, you know, if I don't capture this now, I'm never going to get this on tape. So, or film or video, whatever you want to call it. So, a few good things have happened since I last taped outside. I brought out some of my two of my citrus plants. This is my Rangpur and my Buddha's hand. And then I brought my overwintered peppers. This is one. I think this is... What does it say? Red Beauty. And this is Jimmy Nardello, and then back there is jalapeno. And I also overwintered these mandavillas. This one is a white one, and this one is a pink one. And I've been pricking out the spinach that I winter sowed. These are the ones that were left over from my previous pricking. And then I have these peas. This is Iona, and this is King Tut, which I want to plant into these rectangular green pots. I'm going to put them in the back so that, well, I want to put the King Tut in the back, and then I want to plant the Iona. I'm not even sure if I want to put that in there because it might be too much. But anyway, I definitely want to put the King Tut because the King Tut, I planted some sweet peas, you know, the non-edible, fragrant, flowering peas in the back already, seeds, but they're being a little slow. Anyway, the King Tut makes a very beautiful ornamental flower. The peas are edible, but the flowers are very pretty. The Iona is a very small, I don't think it quite reaches 2 feet. It's a petit pois. So I'm not even sure where I'm planting that, but I need to get that out soon. And, you know, I'm getting this situation under control that my landlord had sort of threw me into a tizzy. So I got my son to help me rearrange these pots. And, it's not quite the way I want it yet, but at least it's not all in a jumble, and I can walk around, I can walk on both sides, I can access my hose and my water, and I can water my little plants over here. These are the spinach that I pricked out before. As you can see, they're getting nice and big. And my pansies. They're not as happy out here as they were inside the greenhouse, but I think I want them better out here. And in here I have some greens. This is like a greens mixture, which I think is just going to be baby greens. And so I also fixed the greenhouse, and there were some holes on the sides, which I patched up, put a new piece of plastic on, patched up the doors because the cats were scratching at the doors, making big holes. There was a hole over there, and there was a hole up here, which, like I said, I got my son to help me fix that, so he patched it up. The hole down there is patched up. And slowly but surely there's some things coming in here. I think I showed you this stuff before. These are kales, well, brassicas, let's say. There's like kale and broccoli and cabbage. And I think there's some bok choy in there too somewhere. Anyway, and this is onions and some flowers. These onions really have desperately got to be pricked out. I meant to do that today, but I got distracted. Anyway, so this is a new addition. I don't know if I showed you this before. I don't think I did, but this is basically a desk that my husband salvaged from being thrown out at the job. So they were going to throw this out. I guess it's like what do you call it, engineer's desk or something, because, you know, it's like people have been like cutting things with razors or whatever. I don't know. Anyway, so this is like a utilitarian top, which is going to be good for potting and repotting different seedlings and whatnot. And I got some storage here. There's a drawer. There's like little shelves there. There's another thing here, which is perfect because, see, I can't even hardly open it. I need to have something that I can shut, like my what do you call it? My fertilizers and stuff like that. If I leave fertilizer in the greenhouse, raccoons or so, I don't know if it's rats or raccoons, but they come and they eat the stuff. They eat my organic fertilizer, so it'd be good to have it in there where I can keep it shut and dry. Because sometimes in the winter it leaks, or the plastic collects condensation and it drips down and stuff gets wet. So it'd be good to have it in there where it won't be wet and it won't get eaten out. So anyway, so I still have a lot of space in here now, redistributed space, which I need to fill in. Anyway, it won't be long before all these things have to be pricked out and put onto shelves. So this shelf is nice and sturdy. I also rebolstered this side of the greenhouse because it was kind of sagging, so I had to firm it up, brace it up a little better. So now it's really good and solid, which is not really what I wanted because honestly I don't know how long I'm gonna be here. And every year I make the greenhouse more and more solid. So by the time I need to actually move, it's going to be a pain to get to take apart. Whatever. I'm just doing what I can at this point. I can't think about tomorrow too much because, I don't know what tomorrow has for me. So I'm just going to do what I can right now with what I have to do with now. And just let it be that way. So anyway, I think that's it for now. I think that's all the good stuff that I have to show today. There's a bunch of stuff that I have to do over on that side. The chicken, as you may know, is dead. The last chicken I had is dead, so I don't know what's going to happen with the coop. It's actually in need of repairs if I'm ever going to use it again. As you can see, the door is all sagging now, and anyway. And somebody's been in there. I think raccoons have been in there knocking things around, so anyway, whatever. I gotta put my beehive back together. So Prairie Plant Girl was asking about she was asking about the varroa mite. So I had, concluded that perhaps what happened with the bees is that they died from varroa mites. Because what happens with the varroa mites is that they're actually little parasites, so they attach themselves to the bees and they suck them dry. They're just like any other kind of mites. If you have mites on plants, they suck the leaves dry and then the leaves start to turn yellow and they fall off. So it's the same thing with bees, and if you look at the varroa mites on a bee, it's almost the equivalent of having like a big parasite like the size of your fist attached to your body. The size of the mites attached to the bees. It's like having a fist-sized insect attached to your body, sucking you dry. So, needless to say, it wouldn't take very long for that sort of situation to turn deadly and fatal. So anyway, so I think that that's what happened, because that thing that can kill an animal. I mean, I'm sorry, an insect very quickly. So, and if the infestation is really bad, then obviously, you know, it can kill everybody. Anyway, so I was also mentioning to her in my answer to her comment that the problem with my hive, you know, as much as the varroa mite was an issue because there's all the dead bees right there, as much as they were an issue, the biggest issue at this point in time, which could be really, really bad, is hive beetles. Hive beetles, they actually overwinter in the soil. So I'm thinking that what I need to do is like sprinkle some diatomaceous earth around the base of this thing. I probably need to move these things, these cinder blocks, you know, get under there. I probably should, you know, do something with these boards, maybe put fresh boards. I might even spray some pyrethrum. I think I might actually do that. Spray some pyrethrum around the edges. Maybe not so much the soil itself, because I really don't want to. I don't want to injure any earthworms or any other good microorganisms in there. So I think I maybe just stick to the diatomaceous earth, and you know, to keep the hive beetles from emerging. I think it's still yet too cold for them to emerge, so I'm going to put that down and reestablish the hive. Just put it back together. I may or may not try to fix this bottom board because the bottom board is kind of a little bit decaying on the edges. It's still fairly sound considering that this is, you know, bees last year, they had a good time. I don't know why they did this. But needless to say, the rest of it is fairly sound. Maybe I'll just cut this part off and just, you know, put it back together. And, or should I say cut it off, replace it, and then put it back together. And, so then I'm going to put the hive back together and then just, you know, if God wills, maybe I'll get some more bees again this year. Feral bees. I'm not gonna, like I said before, I'm not gonna order any more bees. I'm not buying any more bees. I spent a lot of money on bees just to have them die the next year, the same year, or abscond, or whatever they do. So I'm not doing that anymore. You know, beekeeping is a very it's actually become a lot more intensive than it used to be. It used to be a thing that you could just basically like set up a hive, you know, let the bees do what they will, and then come in the fall and collect your honey, leave them some, and then, you know, in the spring you check to see if they're still alive, and then everything is cool. I did that for like 3 years, you know, but then anyway, like I said, things have gotten very, very tricky, so I'm not sure how much more, even if they do come back, I might just ask another beekeeper to come and take them, because I don't know, I mean, it's just really, I'm having a lot of trouble with this heartache thing, you know, the chickens and the bees, and, you know, if you have cats, I have cats, you know, had a couple cats die. Well, one cat, she died, you know, maybe a couple years ago, and that was kind of difficult. Anyway, enough of that. So that's it. I'm just gonna clean this out. These are frames that came with the last hive that I had. Inside this is probably plastic. Because they use like a frame liner, I don't know what they call it, but it's basically a liner that you can put on, and then the bees will build the wax on there, the comb I should say, and then it's nice and firm. So this is very firm, You know, you can't crush this thing hardly with your fingers, so you can crush it, but then it's as far as it goes. Anyway, I may or may not take that comb to melt. I don't even think if it's worth it. It's not really much actual wax in there. Anyway, I'm definitely not going to use it again because it's probably got, whether it be flea, not flea beetles, hive beetles, or wax moth larvae, or mites. I don't know. I'm not even going to take a chance. I don't think that mice, the varroa mites, can survive in without being attached to a bee. So I'm not worried about that.